Alright guys, today is May 28th, 2019, and here is a quick update on what the peppers look like. Here I have my linzo crossed with my sangria, and I have 5 plants in there. I shouldn't have that many, but I'm out of space, so I'll just leave them there for now. All I need is a few pods from those guys, and that is it. And then I also have a few there that I need to transplant. I need to make room for those first. Okay, and here's my super Pekin that came from last season over winter. And look at these. See the pods? Good sized pods over there. Some over here. The shapes are all over the place, so they're very, very strange, but pretty tasty and spicy. It's a good amount of pods on those guys. Alright, and here's the test bed that had horrible looking plants, so I added some worm casting, trying to make this bed a little better. So I see a little progress. It's greening up a little bit. And then I added a few plants here, the sangria, or linzo crossed with sangria. And those are the older plants. Those are the linzo. They're looking horrible, but they should recover. And the rabbits ate. Look at these, the tips of these plants. Same as here. I think these are the bunnies that I let stay around in my yard. So see that? They ate all those, and they ate all of those too. The tips of them were gone. Okay, and here's one that I just added. This is a Santaka. It's a Japanese variety. So it looks very similar to the bird's eye, but we'll see what they taste like. Alright, and here is one of the beds. And as you can see, the rabbits ate my lettuce. See that? Caught those guys eating these. I think they love lettuce more than peppers, but they did eat. See that? The tips are gone. I guess they're very selective, and that one there too. So they gave this pepper a topping. Hopefully they don't eat the whole plant, because that would be bad, because I don't have any more of these. And here is another bed. And just a peek at my herbs. They're looking always fantastic. Ground cherries. So I have been getting ground cherries already. You see these that fell off, and some over here. So you can collect those, and they're very, very sweet. Great plant to grow because they produce a ton. Alright, and here is the other bed. Looking good. Everything's growing nicely. And this here that contains my tomatoes. The tomatoes are going nuts. They're about to pass the fence. So the fence is 6 feet. And the birds have been visiting, and they're eating all my tomatoes. And I had like a cluster of around 10, and they ate it. So I need to pick those very soon before they eat it up. And I put plastic back here. It does help a little bit when the wind blows like that. It makes noise and the birds will fly off. And here is the best looking bed of peppers. These are Sugar Rush. Man, they just growing like crazy. They're taking over my sweet misery. So I may need to move them a little bit. Oh, and I found some hornworms on these already, guys. So if you are growing peppers or tomatoes, make sure you check, because you're gonna see them this time of the year. And some more. Okay, and these here are Tyrano that I got from Jay. These are sweet apples. These are gonna grow into larger pods. They're very nice and sweet. And here is the last bed of peppers, and it contains some of my favorite varieties. White Thai back there. I gotta grow a bunch of them. And I think these are, let's see, Gangsta Yellow. And this one here, wow, I have no idea. I label it Stargazer Gold, but that's not how the gold looks like last year. So we'll see how these turned out. And the last bed is just full of stuff. And as you can see, the rabbits visited and ate. Look at this, all of the tips. Man, they just ate all of the tips. Alright guys, today is June 9th, 2019, and here is a quick follow-up. So we'll start with these plants here. These are my Linzo crossed with the Sangria. It's looking pretty cool. It's totally different from the parent plant. They're much skinnier, they grow upward. The Linzo kind of grow downward, and the Sangria has all kinds of different colors. So these are interesting looking. So I can't wait to try it and see how good they are. And these are extra plants that I need to do something with. Jabuticaba tree. Man, those are looking very pretty right now. Okay, and this is my Super Pekin. So these are the first plant to produce pods. They're looking really cool, but the shapes are all over the place. So these are the long shape, and these are the round shape, and I have a few that look like a little mini Scotch bonnet. So they're very interesting. Fun plant to grow. They're very pretty. Right now it's looking very yellow, not very healthy. I think mainly because I have this on bricks here, and the bricks would heat up the soil and it would stress the roots out. So yeah, it's never a good idea to put your plant on top of concrete in the summer. So I need to remove that plant and put it somewhere else. Okay, and just a sneak peek at all my arugula. I've been harvesting like crazy, but they're just so many. So now look at this, they're all bolting. Not all of them, they're still edible. The flowers actually taste really good, the very tips right here. So sometimes I pinch those off and eat them. They're very nice. And yeah, we still have a bunch of those. Okay, and here is the bed that I was trying to correct. So if you watched the previous update, this is the bed that I mentioned that I need to do something with, and it's actually working. So a few people suggested that I add some peat moss, some worm casting, and that is exactly what I did. I mixed those two together, and then I kind of dug the soil up and get them all mixed in. And look at these, it actually improved. See, those plants right there were looking horrible, and they're actually looking better. And then these middle plants here were like almost at the brink of death, and they're back to looking healthy again. So in the next update, they should be looking very good. And these here are the new ones I added. These are the Sangria crossed with the Linzo. Same with those. And these are I think those are just the regular Linzo. And here, these are the Santaka. It's a Japanese variety. They look very much like the bird's eye. They grow upward, but they grow in cluster. So they're very, very cool. And these guys here are the some plants that I grew in the mini hydro here. So I didn't have any more labels, so I left the cup there. So they just came from indoor. I'm surprised they are doing okay. I mean, right now it's really, really hot. I think it's near the 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And usually when you take plants from inside to outside for the first time, you never want to do it in direct sun like this here. But these are looking pretty good. So we'll check back with those and see how they do. I mean, I'm experimenting, of course. And here's the white tie. These ones are looking horrible because I was also experimenting with these guys. This one also came from hydro, and so did that one. All right, the first raised bed here. Everything is improving, looking much better. Look at that gigantic romaine. So the rabbits came and ate some, but this guy just keep growing. These here are the different type of lettuce. I forgot. Celtis, yeah, these are Celtis lettuce. They're very, very cool. You can eat the leaves and then also the stalk, like the stem. They usually grow a little tall. They're very nice. So I need to remove those because these here will get larger than those. So it's gonna cover my peppers. So I just did this here because the plants were small and I wanted to grow something. So these are lemon starburst. Man, they're way late. And that's the star kissed right there. And these two are scarlet roses. And back there, I think those are the crimson star. And I need to trim these basil. I propagated those. So it's blocking that one, you see? So anytime plants are blocked from seeing the sun, that's what happened. They grow much less. And they probably eventually just get taken over and die. And here is another raised bed. Those are seashell that I propagated. Onions, just left it there. These are all the Sriracha hornets. So they're doing okay, not as well as the rest of the other plants. And my herb bed is always beautiful. So I had to chop a huge branch off of this because there it is right there. Big old branch of rosemary because it's blocking my variegated jade here. These are amazing plants. These jade here, I just put these in water, like just hot water, and just make a tea out of it every morning. And my ground cherry, this guy is producing like crazy. So this is how much I've collected so far over the last few days. These are gonna be real nice. You can just eat them straight like that, or you can make jam, add them to a salad. Oh man, they are great in a salad, guys. You should try it. So you see how these drop to the ground? That's the only time you should pick them. Don't eat them when they're green like this. I think they're toxic, so be careful. Just don't eat them off the plant. Just let them fall first. Got some more volunteer over there. Okay, things are starting to improve as we go on. These are Gangsta Red, and I do have pots for those. And then I have some volunteer cantaloupes that I left in here. I should chop these down. But I did have a fruit already. You see this? So you can actually just allow it to fruit, have 1 or 2 fruit, and that's it. Don't let them climb all over the place. So that's what I did, which I will cut down soon. Anyway, these are the Gangsta Red. See there? Pods. Good amount down here. So things are looking good. And I've been really lazy lately. And busy also, so I haven't done any fertilizing since the last time. So I think I fertilized maybe 3 times this entire summer. But the bed has a pretty good rich soil from last season, so I think that's one of the reasons they're still doing well. And then here is my tomato. Look at that, guys. This is going above that 6 feet fence. So I'm getting tomatoes every single day to use. The best thing to do with these tomato plants is to make sure that they don't cover your peppers. You see this guy here? It was blocked right here, and I had to trim the tomato to get it to see the sun. And see, anytime the plant are blocked, look at that one in there. So these here are all the same age, but because it didn't get to see light, that's what happened. So plants do compete with each other. So plan out your space and make sure that they get plenty of light, or else they'll just slack behind and they'll just eventually get suffocated. So anyway, the tomatoes, man, they're just producing like crazy. I get these every day, and they're great. You just come out like this and you pick them. And it, guys, you should try it. I mean, if you have not eaten tomato off of the plant, they're totally different from the supermarket. They're much sweeter, better texture. Because in the supermarket, they have to pick them early in order to ship them. So by the time you get them, it'll be like maybe a week already. So the plant is not at the optimum time where they taste the best when you pick them. Okay, and here I have sugar rushes, got some sweet misery, and torch, gangster torch. So let me show you some of the sugar rush. And these sugar rush seeds were actually from Paula. Paula, if you're watching, these are yours. They're just amazing looking. They're very pretty. And I think Paula may have gotten them from Chris. I'm not sure. But look at these. They're beautiful. And they're pretty heavy producer. So I see flowers everywhere. And pods, the size of the pods are really nice. See, they're big, they're pretty. The color, it's like a light green color. So it's very different from the sugar rushes that I've seen. These are like the lime, but they're lighter bright green. And the pods are typically this size, but sometimes they get even bigger. So I have one that looked like the size of a bell pepper. See in there? That one's huge. That's usually the size of the sugar rush that I've grown. And these are not normal sugar rush. They're much smaller. But they're very pretty. See this? And the plants are just nice looking as well. Very prolific. So I've grown sugar rush 2 seasons ago, and they're usually around this size. But these guys are just much bigger. Okay, and here is some more. So here we have, these are Tyranno from Jay. So let me show you how cool these things are. So you see these here? So these are regular Serrano. I want to grow it next to each other to show people. So these are regular Serrano. And as you can see, they're like growing down. And then this here is also Serrano, but it is a cross. And you see the shape, it's like a cone shape. So much different than what these look like. These are more straight. And then these, they grow upward, but they're round. Also the Tyranno. They're very inconsistent, but very unique. I like them. And then this is another one of it. Same exact thing, just cone shape and upward. So those are the 3. I'm very happy that I got all 3 different ones growing next to each other so I can show you. So Jay said he's also gotten the same phenos. So I think I like this one the most because of the way they look. Okay, and here, these are sweet apples. Amazing peppers. Man, I don't know. See, I let these guys bloom too early. You see these here? And so that's what happened. You let them fruit, and then they will remain small. So usually I would cut off all the flowers before then let them grow fully before I let them fruit. Gangster yellow. Man, these guys are gonna look so pretty. I have pods already. Right here. Look at those. They're very cool. So the unique thing about the gangster yellow is the fused. I mean, these, see how long that is? It's all of them are like that. So I'll show you shapes later. They're very pretty. Got a lot of fruits. And then the white tie back there. And then this last bed is just full of stuff that I just threw in there. So anyway, guys, that is it. That is how my plants look up to this point. I haven't fertilized too much, but the soil was still rich from last season. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.